Hi, my name is John Fraser with Mountain Home Marketing. I wanted to just share with you why you should actually have a Google virtual photographer, a Google Street View trusted photographer come out like myself, and I'm the only one here in about 250 miles of the Mountain Home Twin Lakes area, come in and redo your Google profile to make sure that businesses can find you, and here's why. As a matter of fact, if you watch this video to the very end, I'm going to give you a link to our website address. You can go in there. If you send us your email address on a monthly basis, we do a drawing for one free Google photography session to put your business on the map. It's $700 to $1,000 value, depending on the size of your business. Could be more, could be a little bit less, but at least we can help you out, and we can at least get in contact with you. So let me show you a chiropractic company here on the left-hand side in Mountain Home. And Dr. Haley Plumley has a site called backandbalancemh.com. And as you can see, in addition to the Google photography and things we do, we also completely can do a revamp or a redesign of your website, integrating the virtual tour into your personal website to let people come into your business and see what you have. Because if people see what you have, can get a better feel of what your business is like, they'll come in and they will already trust you because you've already invested time to create that trust with them online. So if you look on the left-hand side here, you've got a logo on the left-hand side, home, services, office staff, blog, contact us, new patients. So we basically copied basically the same information over from one to the other. But after we do the photography, what you can see here, for example, we've taken a virtual tour that was here on Google. Let me actually go to a full screen version of this so that you can actually see what a full screen virtual tour looks like. Let me bring this up, put it into full screen so you can see how nice this is. So you'll see our information up here. John Fraser, Mountain Home Marketing, 870-495-2800. That's our contact information. Back and Balance. So we actually added the chiropractic and acupuncture in there, which is very, very important to getting your business listed. Let me go back here again. And so what I do is I basically come in and I do 12 images in a circle that creates a 360-degree view of an entire business from the sky basically down to the tripod. So you'll see these arrows right here, and this actually will help you navigate directly in your business. So we have to take one that's outside of your business to show the storefront of the business. I'll go back and go over that one more time. So I do one specifically further back here, one right in front of your front door so that it's very inviting, allows people to walk in the door. And then this third picture is actually inside your door. So that's a minimum that the minimum amount of pictures you can take. That's about $500 to actually build that tour for you. Then in addition to that, I can actually walk, for example, this direction towards the doors. We open the doors, and then I can literally walk into a room. Now we try to avoid having faces and things in here so we don't have to deal with copyright issues there. But you can see this is Dr. Plumley's office, and you've got a nice a nice environment. You've also got a little kiddie area down here, and you can zoom in and you can actually see the types of things that are available down there. And you can see Dr. Plumley actually working on a patient right there. So we can walk back through and see the rest of the office. You can actually show whatever you'd like to show, or limit it to only the specific areas you'd like to show your clients. Now in this one, for example, Dr. Plumley has a nice little coffee area. So while you're waiting to get seen, you can have some coffee. There are some additional services here. There's some products here on this back wall that you can't see now, but this very back room here is where acupuncture happens. So we actually came into the room and did a complete virtual tour of this room. Now there's additional pictures that I take that when you actually hit the up arrow down here, you can see that there are additional pictures within the facility. But let's go back and get out of this for a second. So that main virtual tour image then can be what's called embedded right here on the right hand side into your website. so that compared to the one on the left, it's a nice site. However, it's just not very inviting. It's not interactive. Google looks at how long people will stay on your website. So what we did is, if you look at the home page where you're at, you just scroll down to the bottom and so on. So what we did is we just I try to brand the business more of the storefront of the business to show what it looks like when people get there. And then at the very bottom here, you can come in, click on, for example, this link over here. Let's do it in a brand new window. And then you can actually see an actual Google Maps rendition of a dot on the map of where they're actually located. You can see a satellite view of it. We make sure your dot is in the right place so that your customers can actually find you and GPS you to the right location. So let me get out of this. And we brand your information on each of your pages here. Whoops, let me go back. Okay, so at the very top of this, we have a full 360-degree tour on its own page, a little bit larger, so that your customers and clients and stuff can actually stay on your site. And the site is also mobile friendly. So if this was being viewed on a mobile device, this is what your virtual tour would look like on, for example, an iPhone, like this. And because it is also mobile friendly and the text is large enough to be read, you get kudos from Google to actually show up on mobile search better. Same information here. So here's some services, for example. Let's go to the services page so you can see the difference of before and after. And here's their page on the left. Same basic information, but we do add, additional imagery, branding, bullets, everything we need to just have your place stand out, some additional pictures. But again, branding the front of your business so when people see it, they can recognize it, find it, and so on. Let's say you want to do my official release, for example. Let's just go and see what my official release looks like over here. Web page is currently under construction. So that's one of the worst things you can have, is to show that your website's been under construction or no information on a page that's supposed to give you additional information. So we actually built this page to educate people on that, which helps in search engine optimization finding that information. So let's go to the our staff page so you can see that. And again, nice page on the left-hand side. However, it's, more information about the office manager when the more of the information here needs to be about who the doctor is. So we have a doctor focused or a business owner focused website with their background, secondary support staff, and then third, if you want to show anything about your family, we can do something like that. The contact us page, very important. Let's go back to the top and do that here. And so you've got your contact us information here as well. We didn't have the Google Maps information there because that's already on the front page, so you don't need to duplicate that. And then you have new patient information. So just formatted in a way where it's a little bit easier to read, and especially when you're going down to a mobile device or something like that, it formats nicely and it can be read very, very easily. So anyway, that's what we basically do, and for around $3,500 or a little bit more, depending on the size of your business, we can completely take all the photography, interior, exterior, the Google photography, build your website for you, at least have a basic presence like we did here for Dr. Plumley, and then, like you said, if you have a larger presence, a large cabin, resort, things like that, the price would go up from there. But we also will help you with something that works out for your payment schedule or cash flow and works out with what we can do to assist you, help you build your business. But my goal is to get every business in the Mountain Home area, the Twin Lakes area, on Google with a presence where people know that your hours are correct, your dot in the map's right, the GPS works, you got great imagery. Because let me give you an example. On Google, if you go, this is Blackwell Chiropractic. So let's say one of the main ways that people find you on Google is by using Google Maps. So if you're looking for a chiropractor near Mountain Home, for example, and you do a search, you'll get a list like this on the left-hand side. And depending on how your map is either zoomed in or zoomed out, it gives you the results that you're looking for. So especially on a mobile device, you're only looking for about 5 to 10 miles within your area. So let's go down to, let's go here to Mark Garrett, for example. So Mark Garrett hasn't optimized his site, hasn't really put any additional information on. Here's a photograph that came from one of the Google trucks, but this does not represent the business very well at all. Okay, let's go over and see what else happens. So if you don't do anything with your profile, let's see here, let's see brand. There's a couple places that didn't even claim their listing, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so it's not in this list, but here's an example of someone uploading a couple of photos and then having a Google, the Google truck that came by or Google car came by and did a 360 outside of the facility. Majority of the time, you'll have a 360 of the outside of a facility that's, that is not even representative of where your business is located, so it makes it very difficult for someone to find you. So what I do, for example, and this is what will happen when you do services with us. We take all the professional photography, high resolution, high quality imagery that it goes directly into Google. These are the photos down here that show you what it looks like inside Dr. Plumley's office. Now we did some additional photography of their products, their logos, different angles of the places where patients are serviced, your coffee, more logos. I didn't take that shot. Here's one I did take. Okay, that one I did not do. But you can see down here at the very base, instead of having a far out shot from Google or some generalized shot, what I do is that shot, my 360 view, overwrites whatever was there in Google, and now you get a nice storefront view of your business. The second thing is there's an interior tour. Now these pictures are randomized by Google, so whichever one people like to look at the most, they usually give you that selection. But when you click on the look inside, it actually gives you a look inside to the actual business itself. So great way to capture people's attention and want to come make a phone call. Somebody's either going to call you right off of this right here by clicking on the phone number, or they're going to go to your website here, your address, which is then going to GPS them to your location, or they're going to click on here to your website and go directly to your website, for example. But anyway, we just finished working on the site, but this is a good example of how our services work and how we can benefit you. So invest at least $500 to get your new imagery online and get everything showing inside Google that you can, so people will find you, call you, and visit you. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully I will hear from you. Give me a call at John Fraser, mountainhomemarketing.com, 870-495-2800. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.